If you're feeling on edge and anxious and out of control based on everything that's going on in the world right now, then I have something that I want to share with you to try. It's something that'll leave you feeling lighter and more refreshed and more in control of your life and the things that are going on within it. And it's not just for your feeling, it's actually going to move you forward in life in some way. So stay tuned. Casey here, and I help busy moms find the time to leverage their love of wellness into a life and business that is purpose-filled. Now, depending on where you are tuning in from, it's likely that you are unexpectedly locked in your house with tons of panic and fear and anxiety being caused by the media and this coronavirus pandemic that we are in the middle of. It's overwhelming to the best of us, even those that it's not directly affecting. And with something like a worldwide pandemic going on with a ton of unanswered questions, it leaves us feeling out of control. Now more than ever, we need a sense of calm and centeredness, especially if you are running a business and raising a family. Those two things alone can leave us feeling absolutely bananas. I'll even admit, for a few days, I found myself just wandering around the house looking for things to do and wondering where I could put my energy that was away from constantly reading articles about world news and what's going on and how to keep our family and our communities safe. Here's what you can try. Here's my suggestion. Try single tasking items around your house and in your life all the way through to completion. Now, these are small tasks that you can get done really quickly and easily. And what this does is creates a feeling of completion and control in your life when it feels like there is none. So there are things in your life that you can control, and by focusing on controlling them and completing them, you give your brain and your mindset a sense of relief. Now, I have a list of 10 specific things that are most likely around your house or in your life that you can focus on to complete right now when you're in the midst of that feeling of uncertainty or lack of control. But first, I want to talk about this idea of single tasking. We live in a society where people think that multitasking is actually going to make us more productive and is something to be celebrated. But research shows that that's just not the case. Often when you are multitasking, your productivity is reduced by 40% at least. And it's really just not humanly possible. Our mind focuses on one thing at a time. Multitasking would be trying to clean up while having a work phone call and feeding your kids at the same time. Now, in reality, being a mom and a business owner, that's just going to happen. So the more opportunities that we can find to single task, especially when we're in our workday, the better we'll feel. Multitasking creates chaos in our brain. Single tasking creates calmness, centeredness, and completion. Now, this is just one of the hacks in my time hack toolkit. If you want access to the other 11, then I'm going to put a link right below this video over on my blog with a big teal button, and you can grab that today for free. Before we get to that list of 10 things that you can do today to feel more in control around your house, I want to talk a little bit about clean houses and this study that was put together by a PhD at Indiana University on clean homes and the effects of people's health. The study looked at people who have clean, tidy homes and people with messier homes. And what they found is that people who have cleaner homes are often healthier and more fit. And this probably makes sense to you, right? I mean, if you are going to take the time to tidy your house, you're probably also going to take the time to care for your body. And it also just makes it easier. I experienced this the other night. So I have 3 little kids under 5, and the house gets crazy. We have been in the routine of cleaning after dinner, taking a little bit of time to clean up the house and put it together. Sometimes I even put it off until after the kids are in bed. But since we are home and we have a lot more time at the house, I actually moved our cleanup time to before dinner the other night. And what happened is that after we all cleaned up and had dinner, the house felt so nice that I just wanted to be in it. And I created a new little space in my living room. And I thought, you know what, this is the perfect spot to do yoga. So I set up my phone with a little Yoga by Adriene video. And I sat there and I did 25 minutes of yoga just because it was more accessible to me. When you have a nice, clean space, it opens your mind up for creativity and for trying new things. So by cleaning up, I offered myself the opportunity to do something that I don't normally do, which is yoga in the evenings. Normally I spend that time cleaning up. So that's a side tangent though. There's a lot of studies that show that having a cleaner house reduces your anxiety. That's for another day. What I want to talk about today is just the idea of completing something so that you feel in control. And it's not starting a million different projects, because that can make our mind cluttered and busy. And right now, if we're already feeling like the world is cluttered and busy and unknown, finding some control and completion is what's going to make us feel a little bit safer and healthier. So I'm sure that you probably have a million different tasks around your home that you already know about that need to be completed, because that's how us humans are, especially the creative entrepreneurial type. But just in case, I put together a list of 10 that you can start and see all the way through and start gaining that sense of control and calm and safeness. Number 1, books. What books have you started that you want to finish? This has a dual benefit, because reading a physical book or on your Kindle or whatever it is that you're reading on keeps you from watching the news and scrolling on social media, which can be more anxiety inducing. Number 2, what about arts and craft projects that you have? Is there a room that needs to be painted or yarn that needs to be knitted? Any sort of craft project that you love to do is going to make you feel really nice and creative, and seeing that through to completion is going to also make you feel more empowered. Number 3, tidy up a room. This one can be really quick and easy, because you can take a very small room and something as simple as picking up all the floors and getting things vacuum ready, as we like to call it in our house. Number 4, switching out seasonal clothes. We're transitioning from winter to spring. Now is a great time to grab a big bin, pull out all of your winter clothes, put it in a bin to the garage. I've got 3 little people and myself that I'm doing this for, so that's 4 different tasks for me. Dishes. There is nothing that feels more calm in a kitchen than a sink that is empty and wiped down and clean with dishes put away. Number 6, folding and putting away laundry. I feel like this is a constant in my house and probably yours as well. So we're going to view it today as always an opportunity to complete something, because it is always there. Number 7, get your Goodwill box ready. You can't drop it off right now, but you can start a bin of things that you're moving out of the house to give away. Number 8, take inventory and label all your supplies. When was the last time you went through all of your cleaning products, made sure, number 1, that they are toxin free, also married bottles, labeled them, and put all of the tools that you need together to move on to task number 9, which is making a spring cleaning list. Making yourself a list of all of the things that you would like to spring clean this season so that they can be done in future tasks. Number 10 is prepping your outdoor planters. So if you have garden beds, getting those ready to plant seed or starts, and even if you have only a balcony or a windowsill, setting up some planters and getting fresh soil ready to plant some food for yourself and your family. Now, if you have children at home with you and you're trying to run your business or work, you're probably going to have a lot of distractions all day long. So if some of these tasks feel too big to be able to complete in one go, then turn them into microtasks. Microtasks are the smallest piece of a larger project. For example, one task could be to spring clean the house. If you break it into smaller pieces, you could say, clean room by room. But a microtask is something as small as print your list out and hang it on the wall somewhere where you can see it. Now, the brain science behind all of this completion or completing small tasks is that it gives your brain a little dopamine burst. And a dopamine burst is one of those little happy hormones that makes you feel good. Feeling good right now is really important, and finding small ways that we can work that into our day is what's going to keep us sane and calm and feeling in control. Okay, so I want to hear from you. What are your tasks that you are completing around your house and in your life to help you give that sense of control and completion? I hope that you'll share down in the comments below. As always, it's fantastic to be here with you, and thank you for joining me. I'll look forward to seeing you on next week's episode.